Hey, just your boy Steve. I just want to say thank you again for your time. Today's topic is empower your city. I want a lot of people to really take this to heart and really think positively about yourself, regardless if you got ADD, ADHD, dyslexia. I want you to think big. Think bigger than just yourself. Let's get right started. All right. The first thing I want you to do in order to empower your city is number one, I want you to specifically pick a problem that you believe should be solved in your city. Just pick a problem. Pick a problem and and what you want to solve. And I want you to commit yourself to solving a problem. Even if it's just one single problem in your community that you want to solve, you want to be a solution to. All right? I want you to just pick one problem and solve it. That's a start. Next thing is I want you to do, I want you to begin studying the problem, studying this problem that you care so much about, because that's when you begin to start learning how to care about things and people besides yourself all the time. And I want you to really, really, really study and care about not just yourself and your success, but also care about your city. Because if a city is empowered, just like anybody else in a community is empowered, then people prosper. If there is community care, if there's people who care about the city they live in, you do more to help it if you care about it. Next thing is I want you to start brainstorming about different ways you can help yourself solve the problem. Whatever you need to do, start thinking of ways that you can make a difference. Be a help, not just be a successful person who consumes and never gives back, never produces nothing of value to the city we live in. Because we live in a world where people are successful, have great careers, have great lives, but still have great issues and still have families, still do this, still do that. But what you want to do is you want to start brainstorming about different ways that you could solve this one problem, whether you do it passively or actively. But you want to definitely look for ways that you could be a help to your community. Next thing is I want you to think about donating to a charity that's at least doing something that's helping others in solving this one problem. Whether you can support the charity that does solve this one problem that you care about so much, or what you could do is the next step, especially, I want you to think about, even though you have your issues with ADD, ADHD, dyslexia, whatever, I want you to think about actively volunteering your time, part time, to do something positive. Because we human beings, we care about several different things. We care about being accepted, being loved, being in a healthy, loving environment, a wholesome, belonging environment, but also it's important to give of your time. Because a lot of people just take. But when you give of your time volunteer style, when you volunteer part time or in your spare time to help others and help solve a problem, you're help. You're a community help. When you are actually giving to the community, when you actually care, and it shows that you care about that one problem. See, we're all human beings. We have different value systems and we want to solve different problems. But if we commit ourselves to solving one problem, everybody can cover at least one problem, then we all solving problems. All right? Next thing is I want you to do is I want you to start focus on building your integrity. Integrity means I'm the same person in public as well as in private, and I maintain this at all times. That's a good trait. It's good to have good character. That way, it sustains your success, but also sustains your ability to give of your time and to care about others in your city. See, anybody can talk stuff about your city. Anybody can complain about the city you live in, what's there, what's not there. But what are you giving? What value do you bring to your community? regardless of your issues, regardless of how successful you are. What are you bringing to your community? Next thing is, I want you to do this. It's, even though it's the last step in it, it's the most important. I want you to maintain the attitude that you are a positive force for your city. You are a giver, and you give to your city. You empower your city. And you reinforce this decision every day that you are a positive person for your city. Not just to get all the amenities of living in that city, but I want you to care about where you live at. Do you clean it up if you see littering on the ground? Do you care about others if they're in your community? What are you doing? What person are you becoming that's positive? And, people love to complain about the pros and the cons of every metropolitan city people live in. But what value do you bring to the city? Because you got two types of individuals in every ecosystem. You got a producer and you got a consumer. Are you consuming, but are you producing as well as you consume for a community? Because that adds up. All right? I want you to really think about it, whether you're empowering your city, because it makes a difference. Everybody needs to care about a solution, a problem in their city so they can make it the world a better place. It may sound corny to some people to make the world a better place, but good people make the world better. And when good people care about the issues in the world, solving issues, solving problems, that's how we improve the world. Not just take from the world, not just deplete the world of its resources. Not to sound like a tree hugger, but let's think how we can give to society, not just always take from society. All right? Like, comment, and subscribe. It don't matter whether you have ADD, ADHD, dyslexia, because I know people with these issues who are extremely successful. And that's without regard to any of their extraordinary or ordinary conditions. It's all up to the individual to be successful. Anybody can empower your city, regardless of what you come from, regardless of what you used to. Anybody can make a difference. All right. Thank you for your time. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Again, I appreciate it. If you share this channel with others, let's be a blessing. Let's be successful. I believe in you. You can do it. Let's go. It's your boy Steve.